The Minister of Public Works says threats of blackouts by the unions representing employees of BPL will not be tolerated, and he's calling on the unions to apologize for their comments. Betty Thompson-Moss has that.
Unions at the Bahamas Power and Light Company were adamant as they warned of blackouts during the hot summer months over right-sizing plans at BPL. Those remarks not sitting well with the Minister of Public Works, the Honourable Desmond Bannister. In fact, he says the claims by the union were not only disappointing, but out of line.
The unions obviously started on a wrong assumption, and that was an assumption that BPL was going to terminate persons. They didn't investigate what was said properly. And now they've issued threats that are almost terroristic in nature. It is a very, very, very disappointing for me because the leadership of the unions, persons who I thought were reasoned and could sit down and come and discuss their issues, their concerns.
Regarding the threats, Mr. Bannister said nobody will be allowed to hold the Bahamian people in hostage.
The country is not going to tolerate it. As minister, I can't tolerate those kinds of threats. Just when BPL has started to work to regain respect for the Bahamian people, we have persons who are highly paid, or well paid, and who are making threats that they really ought not to have done. And so I was disappointed to hear them. I will seek at some stage to meet with these union leaders.
Mr. Bannister also commented on how the Bahamas Power and Light Company is expected to move ahead with its right-sizing proposals.
BPL inherited a plan from Power Secure, a business plan. BPL is looking at that business plan and revising it. Whenever they revise that plan, it will say exactly what needs to be done at that company. And then they're going to execute it. But right now, we don't have the business plan. We're looking for it. We're looking to develop it. And as soon as we develop the full business plan, then BPL will be able to execute that plan.
Now, talks with the unions could come as early as this week and lend to further clarity on BPL's staffing. As it stands, Mr. Bannister says the union leaders should apologize to the Bahamian people for their comments and enter into dialogue for fruitful resolution over the issue. Betty Thompson-Moss, ZNS Network News.